totally and brutally honest here. Sean Corbin makes Valery Brudov look like Ivan Drago. It's as simple as that. He's beat what's in front of him tonight. He faces me. He's going to visit mental demons again. And let's get something straight. Come to me, mate. You come to me. Next time, ain't no judges going to be needed. I'm going to do worse than Kovalev. I am going to do worse than Kovalev.
On Saturday night, mate, you better hold it together. I'm going to smash it near you to pieces, mate. I'm going to hit him. When he gets in the ring and we get 10-ounce gloves on, I'm going to smash his head to bits. I'm going to do it November the 30th against all odds. No matter what people say, the journalists write what you want. All as I'll say is tune back in and then look at me on December the 1st when I am world champion. It's as simple as that.
I'm willing to die in that ring. It's as simple as that. I am willing to die. I'm willing to die, Saturday. Is he?
You fucking rat!
Andy's here, Rob's here. Quite a few thrown in. First of all, Eggy Phil in the chat, throwing one in for Callum Johnson, going to war on Facebook. Someone in the Sutterton community Facebook group was having a go about fireworks being set off. Callum Johnson got stuck straight in there in his own polite way, said, "It was me with the fireworks, you moaning old cunt, get a life. And if you want to come, put my bell end in your mouth, 9:30 at night, get a grip. Wait till New Year, you'll get them ones. Tell your husband he's a cunt as well." So that was to Ella Hewitt in the Sutterton community Facebook post sent by...
That's going to take some beating, man. Fucking hell. Off the bat. Off to a fucking flyer. Holy shit. Oh.
Callum Johnson getting stuck in there. Boog Williams reported...
He's going to get himself kicked off the 5G is a conspiracy theory page with talk like that.
Iced. Like Baturbia, good guy, Callum Williams. Boog Williams alerted us to the fact that the WBA has Sergio Martinez in at number 6 at 160. David Almond was one of many people, including Danny Robson and a number of the guys, Andy, who alerted me to this fact. He's back, is Sergio Martinez, with a big win in Spain. And the WBA, don't miss a trick to get him in. How long's he been out the ring? 6 years with a bad knee. Get him in at number 6 in the rankings.
Yeah, obviously, and then you've got the Oscar fight kind of coming in as well. In the back there, they're thinking, "Oh, you've got to give them every respect for thinking ahead of the game here, thinking, oh, Oscar's going to come back. Sergio, are we payday coming in here? So we'll stick our bobble in there. Oh, a shower of wankers."
Why not stick him in with Marcus Medana, Andy? He's looking in shape.
Aye, Marcus, aye. Put him a brother in the new actually as well, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I got a belter, by the way, for AD coming up later. Belter.
Oh, Rob. Promising one for Bellew of the Weeks. Moving on, Sonny Edwards has been nominated by Eggy Phil, going back and forwards with Terry from the Beautiful Boxing Podcast. Talking of Terry, he's been nominated by Nathan Newman, one of our friends over on patreon.com/boxing asylum. Nomination for Terry on Porky's podcast for saying Eubank Jr. beats a prime Carl Froch at 1 hour 12 minutes in. I did raise the old eyebrows at that one myself, I must admit, Nathan. Andy, you're all over this one alongside Danny Robson. Steve Kim, Naoya Inoue to make his US debut versus Jason Maloney in October. Of course, the main thing that strikes me is that Inoue already fought in the Evers, didn't he, in America? So Kim off the ball here.
He was, obviously I couldn't message him to kind of correct it because he's got me blocked for because I told him a couple of home truths and stuff. So I think Danny went away and tried it himself. And I don't know if he ended up getting blocked in that, but amateur mistake by Mr. Kim there, especially someone who's immersed in the sport. He should know better.
Absolutely, Kimmy should know better. Dillian White has been all over social media crying about his knockout loss. Pinky at Matt3367208, real surname, jumped in and said he, as in Dillian, fought the perfect fight except for getting knocked out. Boxing would be better if they gave you longer to recover. 30 seconds isn't long enough. So there's so much to deal with there from Matt. Dillian was fighting the perfect fight. Boxing would be better if you get longer to recover. 30 seconds isn't long enough. Maybe it was a bit of a troll. Steve. Oh, sorry, Eggy Phil is correcting me. That nomination, the Sonny Edwards post. We listened to I did. I heard the video. You know what I'm like, Phil? They get sent through in the week, and by the time I get to this point, I forget some of them. Nomination for Sonny for his hair, if nothing else. Teddy Watson has nominated Fury versus Joshua on Twitter. Eddie said, "Thanks for the support." Fury versus Joshua says, "Going for a haircut on Friday. Gonna ask for a Hearn. Can't think of no greater compliment. Bravo." Joe Kennedy has nominated Ryan Garcia for failing to take the body shots of 2 Instagram models. Eddie again saying that Deontay Wilder should retire if he doesn't beat Fury in the rematch. Kakashi281 jumped in and said Wilder should retire, but 9 lost Chisora is supposed to headline at the O2 on pay-per-view. Great logic, Eddie Hearn. Also, nomination, this is Terry, what do you call it? Terry Dooley was picking out some faults. Eddie
yes.
talking bullshit in the book. Andy, what's this all about?
Oh, that was beautiful. So basically, Terry's just basically, so Eddie's, there's this picture he's posted out basically saying, when I walked out of Manchester Arena that night after Hay Harrison, I never wanted to work in boxing again. A few weeks later, I signed Darren Barker, Kelbrook and Carol Froch and was making a play to become Sky Sports' exclusive promoter. Right? So Terry's like tweeted it out. Cool story. Brooks signed in April 2011, months after. Barker fought on undercard of Harrison, then officially moved over February 2011. Carol Froch fought Glenn Johnson on the DeBella belt in June 2011. His first full matchroom show was Booty 2012. Did Stevie Wonder proofread this shit? Sky deal was signed in August 2012. Eddie is a great promoter, but he's yet to master the ability to time travel. God help us all when he does. So he's just fucking like basically eviscerated him.
That was good work from Terry. That was good.
But listen, I know I hate these people actually, but I know a couple of guys who actually bought Alec Ferguson's new book. It came out, something recently anyway, a few years ago, and there was apparently a number of errors in it, like factual errors. So they fucking complained about it and got their money back. Who does that? So Eddie, you better watch me because there's people like that who will complain about it.
Yeah, keep the receipt, is my opinion. Maybe keep your money in your pocket in the first place. I might read that, actually. I might read that, Andy Relentless. Eggy Phil again in the chat there. Shout out to him. Nomination for Lukey Boxing. Talk me out of this take, says Lukey. Talk him off the bridge, everybody. Joe Frazier and Deontay Wilder have a lot in common, says Lukey, from both being Olympians.
Don't finish this, man.
Joe got gold, Rob. Wilder got bronze. So their reliance on power. Sure, Frazier did the bob and weave and Wilder is on the outside, but both are awkward punchers. Where's he going wrong with this, Rob?
Who's this fucking fella, man? Luke. Fucking hell, man. What kind of take? Look, he's only messing with that, isn't he? Like, he's looking for people to fucking can't be serious. Like, Joe Frazier and Deontay Wilder. I mean, Wilder hits fucking hard. He could have knocked Joe Frazier out. How the fuck, you know what I mean? But to compare the two of them as fighters, man, is abominable. Yeah. Abominable.
It is a bullshit take. Also, British Boxing Blog has nominated Sky Sports Boxing for tweeting out, what's next for Conor Benn? Conor is eager for a British title shot. Who would you like to see him face for it? Well, what about the champion, Chris Jenkins, for a start? I mean, does Conor just get to pick his opponents now? Conor's fighting for a British title, everybody. You better get in line. Right, yeah, I think I'll take so-and-so. What the fuck?
I'd like to see him fight the fella who got a tattoo of him.
Fight the British Hair Clinic, maybe. I don't know how the beard's going. Nomination, we mentioned this earlier, didn't we? Seconds out, tweeted out about wait till you get a smack in the face. Water don't do nothing. Idris Virgo throwing water at Norton 7. Scott Williams took it really well. Williams, it was an absolute farce. I know where Fat Mix tried to build it up a little bit and told him to go over and cause a bit of beef. Why are they doing a sit down? Virgo, this frigging Love Island or whatever he is, against a journeyman like who hasn't even won a fight. Why are they doing a sit down at a press conference, like a face to face type thing, is absolutely beyond me. But that was bullshit. Rob's also made his feelings known. Martin Hurry has nominated Steve John Lumley, talking about Conor Benn again. Anyone who can put up a decent fight. Let's face it, Conor is knocking on the door of world honours right now and will be a champion of at least 2 weights. He's spoken. John Evans has nominated Mauricio Suleiman for telling everybody they're wrong. And WBC is non-profit. I earn my living in the factory Controles Graficos, founded in 1963 in partnership with USA-based Graphic Controls, says Mauricio Suleiman. So bullshit to you, like the WBC is non-profit, Andy. Non-profit.
Well, who's got all the fucking money then?
you got to laugh, man. If you didn't laugh, you would fucking cry at that bullshit, man. Honestly, God. I would listen. I tell you all day, we should actually kind of take our time actually and just dissect that, just destroy it. So we should maybe just take a week or so to look at some of the situations, whereas they almost bankrupted themselves because you try to fuck over a fighter who won your belt. Because Roy Jones decided he wasn't going to go to heavyweight. He was coming back down in weight, so he decided that guy that won the title last week. Yeah, sorry, pal, that was an interim title. You're not getting that belt. We're going to keep the Roy Jones because he brings in more money. Haven't they we're facing 30 million lawsuit, whatever it was and stuff, almost filing for bankruptcy. What a great day that'd have been, by the way, if Rocky Gianni just took him right to the fucking cleaners, which he ultimately did.
Absolutely, Rocky Gianni dropping the KO. Joe R. Neal has nominated Marcus Medana He's turned back by purchasing a 6-pack implant, a liposuction. He's got new little titties 6-pack implant for Marcos.
He did not, did he?
Oh yeah, he does. I'm telling you, Rob, he's back on the train, man.
Marcos,
All Argentinian
come
fight
on, man.
between him and Sergio Martinez. All Argentinian fights. You've got Maidana with the implants. You've got Martinez with the fake knee. Come on, man.
Chino, man, get off Instagram, man. You don't need to do that, baby. We like you with the fucking guts. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You didn't need that. You're not the fucking Chino Maidana, the villain, anymore, like, with the fucking fake implants. Holy shit, man. He might have CTE. Fucking hell. He's got Floyd's tooth around his neck in a chain, and now he's got killer abs to go with it. Fuck me. I was going to see, I didn't know he had got the implants. I saw him. I thought, like, there's no way this con has a license to fight at the moment, because if VADA testing or anything was in play, you see the fucking nick he's in compared to what he was a couple of months ago. But now I know it's all under the surgeon's knife, like a fucking Instagram model. Marcos El Chino Maidana. Holy shit, how the mighty have fallen. Fuck me.
Yeah,
who am I to talk? Maybe I'd get the fucking ab implants if I hit the fucking jackpot with two fights with Floyd as well. Who knows? Like,
why not? Why not? Lady Alcoholic Fudge, I thought the same as you. It does look like he had excess skin. It's like when a fat person has one of them operations and they've like tucked the skin and got like a marker and drawn little like lines for the eye. It doesn't look great. Like, he hasn't gone to the British 6-pack clinic anyway. Prince Patel has been nominated for going in on MD72. MD72 says Prince is the most deluded boxer in Britain today. Toss up between him and Idris Virgo. And Prince jumped in and said, "What are you talking about? Area titles? I am the current African bantamweight champion, you ugly fool."
Yes.
Is he trolling or is he? You know, if he's trolling, I'll actually have a respect for the Prince.
I tell you what, though. I tell you what, he's probably a less deluded, because at least he's fighting supposed pro fights than Charles Zelenoff, who's just equally deluded. But at least he's not cutting about with his fucking belt on and stuff like that. Remember, did he go out
to end for Prince Patel getting fucking choked out by a 17-year-old in the gym in somewhere?
Did you end up with a picture on a camel with that fake IBO belt or something like that?
That's right.
Somewhere. What a
I think wasn't it the Tanzanian syndicate title or something?
Syndicate
what are you talking about? That was one of his opponents.
Oh. I wish Ali Rami was still alive, by the way. Fucking uranium fists. Imagine that fight happening in the Yemen, by the way. Honest to Christ. That'd be great. Rattle his G-spot for him.
I wonder could Pigeon think of any potential opponents for Prince Patel?
Remember one of the guys he knocked out in Hungary, was it? Or Latvia and that? The guy never even belonged. They shouldn't even belong in that.
It was Latvia. Oh, that was
Latvia.
Embarrassment. Absolute embarrassment.
And then he's acting like it's like some big knockout or some big deal in that. Get a fucking grip of yourself, man.
I think he's on the wind up, I think. The Prince is
I think he's
on the wind up.
I think so. Final one. I think there's actually a question. I'll throw it in there anyway because it's quite appropriate, from Richard Allen. Reasons why boxing and combat sports are a complete mess. Jamel Herring, 24 hours before the fight, 129.5. Fight weight, 147. 3 weight classes and a 17.5 pound weight gain in one day. It's become a dieting and eating disorder competition, Richard Allen. Like I said, that's probably a question for earlier. We'll throw it in as a Bellew of the week for the people. I mean, yeah, we were talking about last week and talking about the titles. I had a question in from Ted Barrett as well, which I'll leave to next week, talking about maybe sorting out the weights and, down at the low weights. But it is ridiculous, Andy, when you look at it, isn't it? Going up 17.5 pounds in a day. I mean, it can't be good for the guys.
Yeah, exactly, mate. I mean, fucking, what's he dumping off like before he even makes weight? As I say, I think he's maybe overcooked it as well a wee bit. Some of the UFC guys and that were like shedding 30, 35 pounds before weigh-ins and stuff like that. It's incredible. But yeah, as we mentioned last week, in that these fighters are just they're cheating the weight and they're cramming themselves into the smallest division possible just to gain a big weight advantage. And it's just 3 divisions is just insane, man. Insane. 3 weight divisions. How's that even fucking safe?
It isn't. Talking of insanity, Tom has dropped a $5 into the super chat. Thank you, Tom. If you want to throw a super chat in, do so. If you love us, maybe. Good old Tom. There's Tom.
Another Father Ted character there popping up.
Take care of them. Take care of them.
I have one of them t-shirts, by the way, when I was a kid. My man got it for me. Robert shot JR, because I don't know, I can't remember the fucking storyline, but I'll tell you another story off air that relates to it. Anyway, go on, Tom. More super chat action. You still have time. Bellew of the week. Your time is running out, so if you want to buy us a pint or anything, get on the super chat, baby.
Well said, Roberto.
Another one came in there.
Eggy Phil, time for a question. Go on, throw the question in and we'll see afterwards if we've got time. Father Jack Hackett there. Drink Feck ask. Go on, Rob, you had a good nomination for Bellew of the Week, didn't you? Thanks to Father Jack Hackett, by the way.
Man, AB. There's this guy, DJ Vlad, who actually had fucking a hand in my stats, believe it or not, fucking all these years ago, but he's now like one of the major voices in the hip-hop media. Russian guy from the West Coast, but he interviews these guys at length and then he breaks up the interviews and he puts them out on YouTube. So he had Broner and he's like a real strategist. So as soon as Broner got jail time, he released the interview. Like he's probably been sitting on it for fucking a year or whatever, but he's talking about Broner and he's nailing him about different parts of his career. But he made a couple of fucking really good points. You know, he came across a lot more normal in it. But he talked about his background, which gives you some. He was just facing 57 years at 17 and stuff like. So you know, he's from a fucking tough place and stuff. Sometimes you forget that when you see his antics, like. But Vlad cornered him about his fucking gambling addiction, and then he said, "I'll bet you 100 now on dice, and I can't chat it to you." So then Vlad stitched him up completely on the interview, like, and took the 100 bet or whatever on the rolling the dice, and Adrian Broner lost, and he's like, I'll have to cash happy the 200 or whatever, like, and then it cut. But then he said about the bad Barbie. Remember, you won the Cash Me Outside girl that was on Dr. Phil. She was a teenager, like, and she went, Cash Me Outside, how about that? And she went viral and all that. Like, well, she got, like, thrown a record deal after that. But she was only a kid, like. But Broner fucking DM'd her and he said, text me, crazy girl. And then she put him on blast, like, she screenshotted it. It was like, I'm fucking 16. So Vlad asked him about it and he goes, that bitch been 16 for like 8 years, right? And then he goes, but I hear things, Vlad. You know, I hear things. I hear a lot of things. And Vlad's like, what do you mean, like? And he's like, yeah, well, you know, she slept with my bro, so I just thought it was okay or whatever. So he implicates his own friend or a member of his entourage as a paedophile on Vlad TV. He had a stinker of a week, Adrian Broner. He went to prison and then he implicated one of his mates was having sex with an underage girl. So he didn't seem that bothered by it, to be honest with you, but a typical AB blunder, I thought.
Do you remember that picture? Do you remember that picture he tweeted on Instagram? He posted on Instagram. He says it's a picture of him. And he says, "Without abortions, I would have had like almost 30 kids."
Yeah.
Oh, nice day. Fuck, man. What a waste.
He also said he made a fortune on that Cash App thing. He must have known a bet. They talk about him like he was betting 300, losing 300,000 and winning 500,000 in the same night in Vegas. So what does that tell you? What he's losing, like?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? He's losing serious dough gambling. Like he said, he gambled on 2 flies going up the wall. Like.
Well, what you see him in the club and that with fucking duffel bags of fucking cash and that, man. The fuck is
that? Just goes to that's so idiotic. Like, oh, but he said a couple of things about Floyd that was really funny. They were asking him how did it all go wrong, like, and he said that Floyd was his hero coming up, and then Floyd went to one of his fights. And then Floyd kind of kidnapped him in Las Vegas and brought him to live with him, so like in be part of the money team, like. And he wouldn't let him leave and all. He kept flying all his mates all around America, like going to his different houses and partying and all, like, and bringing Broner with him, like. And Broner escaped one time, like some cult child escaped and went back to fucking Cincinnati or whatever, and then Mayweather turned on him because he's petty. So he was buying his affection, and then when he couldn't have his affection anymore, he turned on him like crazy.
Talking of affection, Father Finton Stack says he's better out than in as he drops a $5 in for us. Also, no Latin American fertility statues from Father Jose Fernandez yet. You have to watch Father Ted, I think, for these references.
Well, he's one of these references. That's fucking brilliant. That is golden. Top man.
Father Hernandez as well. Any nominations from you, Andy, for episode 389 Bellew of the Weeks?
Yeah, Patel, obviously. Sky Sports Boxing saying, what next for Conor Benn? He's eager for a British title shot, but who would you like to see him face it? I'm sure it's Chris Jenkins, who's the British champion.
It certainly is.
So how the fuck? How's he get to pick who he can get the fight for the British title? Arseholes. Like Broner, obviously, as well. Dillian White getting the lawyers back on. You know, the fucking Boxing Social, getting Russ Abner's article.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, the old fucking hounds have been released. Smithers released the hounds, so they've been released.
Those hounds are juiced up, so you want to watch yourself.
Oh, you got to watch. Terry for basically destroying Eddie. I didn't know if anybody's seen the boxing history Twitter page and that, but they posted up a quick 2-minute clip of this undefeated fighter called Anthony Hembrick back in 1990, right? And just before the fight, him and his whole team are doing this like choreographed dance routine, right? And he goes out against Booker T. Ward. Remember him? Yep. And he gets absolutely fucking smashed off. So
that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And the referee let him fucking continue like 3 times. It felt like fucking hell, man. He's going to get him killed. He's like, "You okay? Your man's bent over the ropes." I'm fine.
It's a bit like that. It's a bit like that Uzi Ahmed situation. You know, come in the ring dancing about and gets absolutely fucking destroyed.
Maybe when he was hanging off the ropes, he thought it was part of the choreography, and he let him continue.
Sports Bible as well for having Riddick Bowe and Mike Tyson inside the top 10 of all-time great heavyweights, right? And they then got fucking Ingemar Johansson in the top 20, right? And they've got George Foreman sitting at number 20, Nikolai Valiev at 19, right? We've also got fucking Jack Dempsey up at 30.
What the fuck?
Riddick Bowe was the top 10 heavyweights of fucking fellas who threw their world title in the bin.
They've then got Deontay Wilder at 40, right? And then they've got fucking Henry Wackenwandy at 38.
Pigeon wrote that list.
Oh, hey, I can go better. At 49, I had Primo Carnera, and at 50, Joe Baxi. Fucking hell, man. That's a top list, honest to God. So, Sports Bible. But Steve, you're going to do that very first one you got. I just want to re-listen that one again.
Yes, I will. Just before I do so, Porky sent one in for Johnny Nelson. Hammer him for his latest IFL video about an hour ago. He says he's calling bullshit. I haven't watched it, but yeah, apparently Johnny's calling bullshit on something. The first one was, let me see if I can find it back again. Let's have a look. Yeah, from Callum Johnson. So he was getting a bit annoyed. Someone was moaning about the fireworks, Ella Hewitt, in the Sutterton Community Facebook page. And Callum Johnson jumps in and says, "It was me with the fireworks, you moaning old cunt. And if you want, I'll come out with my bell end in your mouth. 9:30 at night, get a grip. Wait till New Year's, you'll enjoy them ones. Tell your husband he's a cunt as well."
What a fucking statement, man. That's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And what's the husband going to do? Fuck all.
Exactly. Unless
with the fireworks for the rest of the week.
Unless he's got like fucking like 3 black belts in Aikido and fucking judo, and he's onto plums by the way. He's fucked.
Friend with a shotgun. He's not going too much like.
I like that one. It was Eggy Phil nominated that one. I tell you what, Sport Bible was a good one that Andy threw. And just before we wrap up, Smido's back on the call. Any Bellew of the Week nominations from you, Smid? Anything, Smid, you want to throw in there? No sign to Smido yet. Okay, then, Andy, who are you going for? It's a toss-up between Sport Bible and Callum Johnson for me. I think Callum Johnson just wins it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want him coming after you, do you?
Callum Johnson, definitely, mate. Plus he's Scottish as well, so he's got a bit of Scottish blood in him, so I don't want to fuck with him.
No, good old Callum Johnson. What about you, Rob? Who are you going for?
Oh, it's got to be Callum Johnson, man. How the fuck can a fella of that caliber get off his fucking stage? That's absolutely brilliant, man. Oh, I want to throw it. Imagine the husband saying to the miss, "What the fuck did you say about Callum Johnson with the fucking fireworks? For fuck's sake, like, what's wrong with you? Like, I have to see this cunt every morning now. Like, what's wrong?" Oh.
Good old Callum. Yeah, I think it's going to end up as him, isn't it? Will he do it, though? That's the question.
There's talkers and there's smoky bacon walkers.
Final call to you, Smido. Any nominations for Bellew of the Week? Anything you want to throw in before we finish? Nothing. Smido's gone. Andy's BRB. Just me and you wrapping. Rob Kelly. Congratulations to Callum Johnson